There are rumors going around on the internet saying if Chris Jericho is returning to WWE or not. You know, I like Chris Jericho. I think he's one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. I think he was one of my favorites growing up. You feel me? Now, I understand people love Chris Jericho and all that. They want to see him back. Ain't nothing wrong coming back. But there's a certain age and a time in your life where you just gotta give it up. You just gotta retire, bro. You feel me? Goldberg just gave it up at 59. What is he, 58, 59? Yeah, man. Chris Jericho's pushing that age too. Like him and Goldberg are pretty much done. You feel me? Now, the point of this video I'm making today is, right, that we can't keep depending on old timers to keep coming back. Edge came back pushing 50. You know what I'm saying? We can't keep depending on guys in 50s coming back. Why don't we return guys like John Morrison? You know what I'm saying? Why don't we return fucking EC3? Y'all remember EC3? Was EC3 or some shit? Yeah, come on now. Guys in their 30s. Why ain't you returning them back? Now you want to get rid of Austin Theory. Come on, man. It don't make any sense to me. All this shit's not adding up. But I understand. Chris Jericho's the GOAT. He's one of the greatest of all time. But you can't keep depending on old timers to keep coming back, bro. You know what I'm saying? Let me take it back to Ric Flair's match. His last match. Where was it at? I don't know where it was at. I don't give a fuck. We had The Undertaker, Foley, Bret Hart there, right? And Undertaker had to give this nigga some fucking Gatorade because Flair was about to pass out. Literally, Flair was about to die in that fucking ring. That nigga was out of breath. He wanted to get some beer. Like, dude, put that shit down. You know what I'm saying? Like, just shit like that. I don't want to see wrestlers keep, get hurting themselves at that stage. You get me? And I understand. People were like, bro, what are you talking about, bro? You're just tripping, bro. Man, he's got the bullshit. This is like 10 years ago. Hulk Hogan's still wrestling in his 60s. You get what I'm saying? Hulk Hogan at TNA, really, he was washed up. Him and Flair, they were done. Like, they could go for a little fight or whatever or something in that ring or do their little finishers, but they can't wrestle, bro. That's the point. Chris Jericho could put on a fight and Cold Breaker motherfucker here and there. Maybe he could beat up Grayson Waller and move on. You know what I'm saying? He could do a Stone Cold appearance. Why don't we do that? Stone Cold never got in the ring, but he did one time and he never wrestled again. You know what I'm saying? Because he's aware of his body, and plus he had a neck injury. These wrestlers could have worse injuries if they want to keep coming back at that certain age. And I don't think people get that point because they never wrestled, and they had never wrestled for 20 or 30 fucking years, so they don't understand. They never wrestled for 10 years to tell you, to control themselves, be like, you know what? I want to take easy on my body, like Seth Rollins is doing. He's trying to retire by the time he's in his 40s. And Seth Rollins knows his body. He can't take much anymore. You feel me? Now, I didn't have a problem with Chris Jericho return when he was in his late 40s. Because that was pretty much going to be his last run. But this dude's, ain't nothing wrong gaining some weight or eating good, man. But you gotta lose some weight, Jericho. Look at you, man. That fucking ring with that little gut out. I see you, nigga. I see you eating, man. Out there with that gut and shit. Come on, man. You gotta get right, bro. Because all that shit's gonna catch up to you. In your 60s, it's going to get worse if you want to keep wrestling, brother. I'm trying to tell you. I'm a real nigga. And from seeing these wrestlers hurt themselves, from Undertaker, Kane, and Triple H getting the fucking busting up his chest, bruised up. Like, come on, man. It wouldn't be surprised if Chris Jericho just fucked around and, I don't know. I really don't know. I really don't know what he could do. He might just fuck around and break his leg. You know what I'm saying? Now, if Chris Jericho wants to return to WWE, you gotta at least give him one more world title shot. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. Because CM Punk and Seth Rollins are gonna have their feud throughout this year. You know what I mean? I don't know, bro. With CM Punk is washed, bro. I wouldn't even have CM Punk win the world title. You feel me? I mean, if you do, have CM Punk win this world title at Bad Blood. CM Punk loses the Survivor Series, and CM Punk can just move on. He can lose the World Rumble. I don't know. Chris Jericho could eliminate him or something. I don't know. Maybe LA Knight could win. I really don't care. But CM Punk, I got it. CM Punk just shouldn't win the Royal Rumble. I really changed my mind on that because he's completely fucking washed. You feel me? So, for somebody to win the Royal Rumble, I don't know. But, like, if John Cena could win his last world title in his last year, why not Chris Jericho, one of the greatest of all time? He's up there with Cena on that mic and charisma and in that ring. Like, come on, dude. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, with Cena being washed up, this is the reason why I don't want Chris Jericho coming back to WWE. They're not going to... This is not 2010. This ain't the WWE I saw in 2013. These guys are washed up. It's over, bro. It's over. Really, I don't even really want Chris Jericho to come back. He should just retire. You know what I'm saying? Go home. Spend time with your grandkids. Go to retirement, bro. Like, AEW is just an all-elder wrestling company. You got Big Show, Edge, Christian, who are pushing in their who are all in their 50s. Sting, who just retired at 65. 60 fucking 5. Is that what you niggas want to do? Wrestle in your 60s? Like, at this point, you might as well make a retirement home match. We got Grappa versus Grappa. You know what I'm saying? We might as well just do that. Jeff Jarrett, who's pushing 60. You know what I'm saying? We can't keep seeing old wrestlers wrestle, bro. And that's, like I said, it goes back to Ric Flair trying to go on for one more match at 73. Now, I'm not coming at them if they love the company, if they love wrestling. They love it. That's their passion. That's their heart. That's their life. I get it, man. But you can't go, right, you got to give it up. There are niggas who retired in their 40s and 50s and never came back again. You know what I'm saying? Undertaker. You saw his match with Goldberg. He had to wrestle with Roman Reigns and Drew McIntyre. The younger guys, even though they're 40 and they were 35, and Undertaker was like 55. So he had to wrestle with younger superstars. So without them niggas, come on, man. Can you imagine the match him and Shane McMahon would have had? Now, with Drew McIntyre, if Undertaker would have just fought Drew McIntyre or Roman Reigns up by himself, that would have been a lot better. You know what I'm saying? Probably would have been a decent match. But with AJ Styles, him being so fast and, what is he, like 6'1", 215 pounds or some shit? And he's high flyer wrestler. Like, Undertaker won't be able to catch up with that shit. You could have brought it back in 2006 that Undertaker could have a match with a high flyer like AJ Styles. But the thing is this, right? With Chris Jericho, listen, man. Can you just imagine Chris Jericho versus, I don't know, Braun Breaker? Can you imagine how fast Braun Breaker is? Chris Jericho is slowing the fuck down, bro. Now, can you imagine this, right? Chris Jericho probably wouldn't be able to catch Braun Breaker. All Braun Breaker's got to do is slam this nigga and spare him. That's all he's got to do is break it flat. 1, 2, 3. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, bro. I just think Chris Jericho should just retire in AEW, get one more match, and go home. Retire like Cena by the end of the year. You know what I'm saying? And WWE could put him in the Hall of Fame. Because if it was up to me, he wouldn't be coming back. Chris Jericho would not be coming back. The least I would do is put him in the Hall of Fame because he deserves it. He was the first undisputed champion who beat The Rock and Stone Cold in the same night. You feel me? Who else he had? He had legendary tag teams with Big Show, Christian, The Miz. Wait, no, not The Miz. Big Show, Christian. Who else was it? Oh, Edge for a little while. You know what I'm saying? And he won the world title, had a legendary heel turn, and had a great character change. Had a great feud with CM Punk. So, of course, man, I'm going to put you in the Hall of Fame. I'm not going to have you wrestle on my show, and we're trying to push new stars. Literally, like I said, if it was up to me, I would be pushing Austin Theory, The Miz, to put over these superstars. The Miz could have his last reigns, because Miz is in his 40s. Like, The Miz is in the Chris Jericho stage, like Chris Jericho was in 2012. So, The Miz has a little time left. And I don't know what they're doing with The Miz, but these guys are rich to the point they probably don't even give a fuck if they win the world title or not anymore. They're like, you know what, I'm rich, I don't even care. You know, I want to put over some young stars. I don't want any old stars or me trying to be in the mixture anymore. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, bro. If Chris Jericho does come back, I would just give him like one more match at WrestleMania or something and just retire. Get into the Hall of Fame for 2027. You know? And if WWE wants to put him in the Hall of... You know what? I would just put him in the Hall of Fame this year. WrestleMania 42, the main event in the Hall of Fame, Chris Jericho. He deserves it. He earns it. That's what I do. But it's like, him wrestling, just give him one more match. Like Stone Cold. One more WrestleMania match and he could just go. That's what I would do. One more match and he gets into the Hall of Fame.